my name is Ayush and sir, I am from 8th standard. Sir, before I start the interview, sir, I have a personal question for you.
Okay.
Sir, I am interested in Bollywood and I personally want to become an actor. So, sir, if Bollywood wanted to make a movie on you, so what would be the name of the movie?
Probably the grindings of a policeman. Because what you see in Bollywood movies
Yes, sir.
is absolutely what is not there on the field. You all see officers
Fighting.
or policemen fighting on the road, and they always reach to the spot
In time.
very late. They in the movie they show very late, no?
Yes, sir.
And you always see police conniving with either politicians or rowdies and all.
Yes, sir.
Those kind of things actually don't happen.
Yeah.
Even if it happens, let us assume there will be always black ships in every field, because we are from the same society which we live in. So whatever black ships are there in the society has the possibility of entering into any profession, including police. So assuming that that is there, the systems are in place in such a way that those kind of black ships can always be caught, and also that whenever there is a system in place where you can always take your complaint to somebody higher up in the system.
So, sir, my first question is, sir, while doing some investigation about you, I came across that you were a doctor
Yeah.
before joining Indian Police Service. So, sir, what motivated you to become an IPS?
See, I always wanted to be a civil servant, I
Yes,
would like to say. So I come from a very humble background. So I had to be aware of the vagaries of this exam. UPSC, the exam that we write to become IAS, IPS and IFS officers and various other services, is one of the, I can say for sure that it is one of the toughest exam in the world,
Yes,
most
sir.
competitive in India. First is to listen. As a doctor, you are expected to listen to your patient, and similarly here also, I feel that I am doing that, and that gives me a better perspective about people's problems. And having interacted a lot earlier with many people who required empathy and sympathy, I think I have learned that thing also. As a policeman in the modern society, that is also required.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
So, sir, I am Vivan, and my question to you is, sir, as you have served as a DCP in Bangalore and now you are an SP in Belgaum. So, I wanted to ask you that what are the key differences you find in Belgaum and Bangalore?
Basic police mostly the same. Apart from that, there is a rise of cyber crimes in metro cities, and also of late that is an increasing trend of cyber crimes here in Belgaum also. As DCP, we are always in the firefighting mode, and administration wise and traffic responsibility is not there in Bangalore when I was DCP. Here I am the head of everything that pertains to police in the district, whether traffic, whether it is administration. That way the responsibility in Belgaum is more.
Sir, what are the key challenges you face during the journey of an IPS officer?
I am lucky, I should say, because I got allotted to home cadre, that is Karnataka. Generally, as an IPS officer, you are expected to serve any place in the country. So that way I am lucky. But still, I belong to North Karnataka. I was born in Gulbarga district, brought up in Bijapur district, small villages. Then I studied in small villages. Then I did my MBBS in Hubli. So my entire schooling and my professional studies were in north of Karnataka. But my first posting after becoming full-fledged IPS officer was at Narsipura. Even though the language is Kannada, the way they speak, the culture is totally different. So initially that was a kind of challenge. And Palainarsipura was a very huge subdivision. I took charge as KSP, replacing another IPS officers. Initially, I had problem with the local leaders and all, but then once they know that I mean well, they all cooperated very well. So, going to new place every other year is a slight challenge, more for the family rather than to me. Otherwise, in National Police Academy, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel National Police Academy at Hyderabad, we are trained very well by the academy to face whatever challenges the policing has to throw at us during our career. As such, I don't feel it is a great challenge, but once in a while you do have certain tense moments in policing. Like when I was Davangere SP, there was a mob gathered. There was a mob gathering in front of my police station. Stone pelting started. We handled it very well. Then again, when I was Northeast DCP, I'm sure you heard about this DJLD and KJLD riots. So I was part of the team that handled it. Similarly, during the COVID, as you all know, it was a great challenge. That also we handled. In the first wave, when I was the DCP Northeast, it was only my division which had zero cases of COVID among the policemen. So, as a doctor, I could take certain precautionary measures which helped me ensure that my staff were protected. At the same time, we were always on the duty. So, all those things are a challenge in its own way, but we are trained to handle all the challenges.
Sir, tell me your daily routine, sir, before becoming an IPS and after becoming an
Before becoming IPS, I can tell that I was a lazy person. But after becoming police, you don't have that option of being that lazy and
Yes, sir.
also cozy in your life. The day starts early, say 6:30. We get up, we get freshen up, then do some exercises, and call starts pouring in. I have to listen to all my inspectors and DSPs. It is called as daily situational report and daily crime report that we take. We would be discussing about the previous days, all the important cases, any important security matter like protests, those kind of things, any intelligence related matters. Then we will also talk about any VIP visiting our areas, and we also give targets for the day. For example, in my district, Belgaum, unfortunately, we have very huge number of accidents for three reasons. One is this is the largest district in the entire state. Because of that, it has got a huge network of roads. So obviously, if you compare with kilometers of roads, obviously there would be increased number of accidents. Then second and most important thing is people here don't wear helmets. From last November, we have taken it up as a mission to ensure that all the people in the district wear helmets, whoever is on two-wheelers. So we give targets regarding reducing the accidents, enforcing the helmet rule, and also putting some motor vehicle violation cases like overspeeding, drink and drive. These kind of targets are given to the officers. The same targets which are given the previous day are also monitored in the morning, and we also issue instructions that whoever has not done, they will have to give explanation, or sometimes even we initiate disciplinary actions and all those things. The same thing I will have to explain to my bosses, who is Inspector General and Additional Director General of the State Law and Order, who looks after the law and order, so that they are also aware what is happening in a district. Because what may or may not happen in Belgaum may or may not affect what happens in Bangalore or throughout the state. So, keeping aware of all these issues is very, very important for our department heads also. So, this is the mechanism which keeps us busy. So, you were telling a day's routine. So, after that, we get freshened up, then come to office. I have 1900 people working under me. So all their administrative matters, including their leaves, their salary, all has to be looked after by me. That estate management is my responsibility. Our staff's welfare is my responsibility. Like all those administrative issues, we will handle for 1 or 1.5 hours. Then I start listening to the visitors. Like you have come to meet me. There would be other people also who would come to me. Like I explained in the initially, if you feel that an injustice is being done to you and police department at the lower level is not responding to you, you can come here and petition me. So similarly, from across the district, people come to me, we hear them. By this time it would be 2:30, 3 o'clock, sometimes 3:30 also. Then I break for lunch. Then generally I would go to some station in the district where something important has happened either in the morning or the previous day. If the previous day I would not have got time, then I would be visiting the next day.
Sir, can you share us more of your training, sir? Like a funny moment that you cannot forget?
Like I remember my own funniest moment. Coming from a rural background, I had no exposure to swimming, I had no exposure to horse riding nor weapon training. So when we all were taken for horse riding training, in my batch I was the first person who fell from the horse. That was though at that point of time I was embarrassed, but now looking back at it, I feel it is a funny thing because without failure you won't learn.
Yes, sir.
So I learnt it well. So that was a kind of funny moment.
Sir, the police force is never given the credit and respect for what they deserve for their hard work. Sir, sir, does it demotivates you or how do you deal it?
Policeman is never demotivated. He might feel disappointed, but we don't have the option of getting demotivated because, like I told, every day is a firefighting for us. If we feel disappointed and we stop doing what we are supposed to, then many people will have to be demotivated, disappointed at us. So we receive more brickbats, yes, but at the same time, whenever we do good work, even though it may not be publicly applauded, we do have that self-satisfaction that yes, today we have done something good, and at least the people who are positively affected by us will have a positive opinion towards us, and that is what matters. Even though we live in the social media and as we see many things are done for the sake of publicity, we don't believe in that kind of false publicity. We do believe in good work. We do receive brickbats for the mistakes that are not ours, but that is the way life it is, and we are okay to handle it. But thank you that as young guns you are aware of police receiving the brickbats. I'm sure with you guys growing up, things are going to be better for us.
So my question is that, so what suggestion would you like to give to youngsters to maintain peace in society?
First is not to believe in the WhatsApp University.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
And very, very important thing according to me is developing a sense of civic sense among youth. This is a common phenomena in any developing country, not in my backyard philosophy. That is none of my business types.
Okay, sir.
But I would like to want to assure you that everything that happens around you affects you.
Okay, sir.
If somebody is smoking on the road, And if you say it is not my business, then that's wrong.
Yes, sir.
Somebody is violating the traffic rules and you are closing your eyes, that is wrong. So we all have to not only have civic sense for ourselves, we also should have the capability and the guts to say that this is wrong. What I feel is most of our why we have rowdies in the society, or why we have bad people in the society. As a society, all our youngsters has to learn that.
Sir, Birla wants to change the mindset of the people about the police force. We want the people to give respect to the police, should be appreciate the presence of the police in society. Tell us how we can start this mission.
They have already started, I feel. See, we also ask many school and college students to visit our police stations, interact with our police staff, and try to learn the vagaries of police duty and all those things. I think if they know that the life of a policeman is difficult, the life of a policeman is not only difficult, it is full of challenges, because society changes every day and throws challenges every day.
Yes.
What I am facing today may not be the same thing tomorrow, and so forth. Say for example, last 2 months, 1 month before, you all must have enjoyed the special holidays that were given to you for flood situation, rain situation.
Yes, sir.
The district, out of the 89 bridges in the district, 68 were submerged. What does police have to do in this? We manned each and every bridge in the district so that nobody tries to cross it when it is flooded and dies. And I am proud to say that no one was allowed to cross the bridge when it was submerged, and no one died. Of course, there were deaths, but there was not while crossing the bridges, which generally used to happen earlier. So this is a challenge, and for last during the floods, almost for 20 days, we left every other job and we were on the roads protecting the lives of the public.
Yes, sir.
So, if people come to know all these things, like COVID also, we and doctors were the ones who were always there to, they were there by the side of the people to guide them, stop them from doing certain things. So that way, that is the only way people can start knowing us better and give respect that is due.
Okay, sir.
So my next question is that, so portrait of a police officer which is shown in various movies. So do you think that the Bollywood should produce more movies like this?
They should not produce movies like Singham. That is not how a policeman works.
So
That
why?
is how a policeman should not work also. We are all bound by the laws of the land. And as you know, recently the new criminal laws have also come into place. We are to understand the law and enforce it. We are not someone who should try to become unnecessary heroes. We know we are heroes because day in, day out, we struggle for the society and the public. But the point is, we should not brag about it that we are the heroes and those things. If you want to make Bollywood more aware of the police, then day-to-day life has to be shown of a policeman, not the heroism part, not the things that we don't do. Police are supposed to be no-nonsense employers of the government, and they have to do their job sincerely. That's all.